10312, 2,899 pieces. And Lego Icon set. The Jazz Club. So, working on it. And it's already been said, and I agree, that once you start building one of these creator sets, you're going to want to build more. So, I agree. Just even the first 3 bags here, you can see all the detail that's gone into it already. The floor design looks so fun. The jazz band stage, you can kind of do that without me knocking over the camera. The stairwell and the doorways below the stairwell is a entrance to a conveniently placed bathroom. Even like the walls there with the wall lamp or the sconces just gives it that classic look. And the pizza, what do you call it? Pizzeria. The pizzeria with the wood fire stove there in the corner. And you've got the, whoops, thumb just knocked them off. Thought I'd have a nice little change of direction there. And so far, some pretty sweet looking minifigures. The conductor lady, the bass violin player, the bass player, and the chef. Gotta have the pizzeria chef at the ready, but I like how the band players have their same uniform outfit to get the jazz band all ready and looking very stylish and looking very professional. So this is just bag 1 through 3. So let's begin bag 4. Bag 4 out of 15 for the Jazz Club. And missed yesterday trying to do a live stream. Just couldn't get home in time and I was just tired after a long day. But here we go. And we'll see how long we can build for. Danzo Mando. Danzo that Mando. Changed his name a little bit maybe. Hopping in. Working on the first scene for an episode. One of my shows. Very good. Danzo that Mando. Change the name there. Matt is alive. Here we go. Matt is alive. Matt has arrived right away, I might say, just to add to your rhyme. Digging the dive, striving to survive, feeling the vibe, drive to thrive. High five. Subscribe. Like the live. Matt is back and is in the chat. How about that? Welcome back. Matt is alive. Jaffe McMartin. Awesome. This set is pretty sweet. I won't deny it, Jaffe. It's pretty cool. D&M Bricks, what is good? I hope I can get it before it retires. Yes, I think you point that out. This set is going to retire at the end of this year, so just a couple more months. And depending on if it sells out, maybe even sooner. If you don't care about insider points through Lego, I'm pretty sure you can get this set after the retirement date on Amazon or Walmart or something like that. They do sell some of the modulars, but Jaffe McMartin, there we go. Got your other name going. Love it. So yeah, perhaps the Jazz Club will be available on Amazon. And it looks like right now there's some sales going. Sales going. Yes, Matt is alive. Son is still off to Lego college. He's in grad school, you know, so it takes a lot of time to study, and it's hard to break away from studying and classes and all those good things. But here we are. We will build nonetheless and enjoy the set. Probably be a more low-key conversation for me, as I don't know, starting to feel another, hopefully not, but feeling another cold coming on. So hopefully that's not the case. Just gotta double up on the vitamin C. And this is kind of a good way to cheer me up. How cool is this printed piece right here? So this is the Jazz Club bag 4. And it's been fun to build this. Just the 3 bags so far down here that I've worked on. And it's been great to show this set off to you guys. Try to get a little bit more of an angle of the table here and share it with you guys. How's it been? DNM Brick says it's been good, just busy and didn't get a chance to build yesterday or do a live stream yesterday. So now I get the chance to do that and catch up a little bit. But yeah, I was just showing off this set so far. It is very impressive, I must say. This set is, I don't know, like when you get a modular set, of course you expect, you expect a lot. You spend a lot of money on a big set like this, and it has not disappointed. I have to be reminded of these builds. I put the 3 minifigures that I built so far here. To be reminded of these builds that there's the interior that you don't necessarily appreciate when you look at the box as you're kind of window shopping through the Lego store. And I know they do give you a preview on all the other sides of the box and show what you're in for if you get the set. So, but now really appreciating this. So it looks like I'm building up a window piece to start off bag 4. And just to preview this, should do this kind of maybe each time I start the live stream. You can kind of see the progress I'll make as I go through all 15 bags. So bags 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10, and then when we finish it off, 11 to 15. So very fun build so far, and I've just gotten started. 1/5 done, if my math is correct. So Jake Stop Motion, psh, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Jake Stop Motion, Brick Together, psh, awesome. Brick Together says, John Powell sent me the pictures of this modular collection, of his modular collection today, and wow, that would be great. Maybe we can talk John Powell into posting it onto our community page on the YouTube channel here. I'd love to see more. I could share with our community or post to one of your guys' community pages on your YouTube channel and get a preview, especially when it's one of the Lego community that we've talked to and we know. That would be very cool. Jaffe says, what is your most wanted set right now? Well, now that I'm getting into modulars, if you're asking me or anyone in the chat, I would have to say probably another modular, probably the Natural History Museum. Now that I've kind of strayed away, so to speak, from building all those Star Wars sets and then getting back into one of these larger scale sets like this modular, that Natural History Museum would be perfect. I like history, and it'd be fun to build that Natural History Museum. I love the outside of it. I know the interior would be cool, but the outside of it with those pillars and that colonnade, that front facade, just looks great. And then of course, the moment you add a couple modulars, then you're gonna want more. I heard it becomes sort of not only this Lego collecting fun, very addicting, but then from that point you just want more. Oh, Jake Stop Motion throws one that I had forgotten about. The Avengers Tower. That would be awesome. Plus the minifigure count on that set. You don't have to spend $1,000 like the Death Star. You can get the Avengers Tower and get what? Up to, was it 30? It's almost 30, isn't it? Minifigures for that set? I know I've looked it up before, but it's got to be around 30. Good question, Jaffe. Tuxedo Cat. Psh! Tuxedo Cat is here. You should build one of those old Monster Hunter sets or something for Halloween. Old Monster Hunter set. I'd have to look that up. I do have Tuxedo Cat. I do have the gift with purchase from last year, although I don't know how long the build would take. The pumpkin. Actually, it's out right now again. The Jack-o'-lantern gift with purchase. They gave it out last year, and it's also a gift will purchase right now for about another week. I could do that plus the luminescent ghost that we got with our last purchase at the Lego store, which included, or Lego.com, which included the gingerbread AT-AT. So that's kind of fun, Tuxedo Cat. I like that. Very cool. Let's see here. Avengers Tower is my most wanted set, says Jake Stop Motion. Sorry, sucking on a cough drop here. Yes, that is a great set. Maybe you guys can confirm for me. That's, I want to say, up to 30 minifigures in that set, right? And that would be awesome against or next to Bardor. Like I said, at this point, if you're building up a Lego city and you have quite a variety of tower builds, modulars, and everything, your Lego city is going to look like the most elaborate, confusing themed build. But you know what? It's so fun. And I was thinking the way to maybe explain it or make sense of it all is just to turn it into a Lego City special event parade where, since my son has a clone army collection as well, I could have a clone army parade going through the Lego City and then have all the audience be Ninjago characters, regular Lego City folk minifigures, Star Wars characters, Lord of the Rings characters, and just have quite a fun Lego City build all on a big table. So maybe we'll throw something like that together. We kind of have the makings of it already with what you guys can see in the background here. And we sort of did that setup over the summer, and we put it on our video, like how to, I think I put how to, not store Lego, but how to display it and putting things in glass cases or whatever. But the opening shot or the intro shot to that was my son's clone army marching through. It was kind of fun. Plus we have the Sesame Street modular looking build that came out a few years ago, and on top of that, and that made it perfect for the start of the parade. So fun. Avengers Tower. B Bandits is here. Psh, awesome. B Bandits, let's go. Everyone's talking about the Avengers Tower. B Bandits says, let's see. Oh, you guys are talking about going to Disney. Jake Stop Motion says, do you have how much it would be, or any clue how I'll be able to afford it? I might wait and build it in a race. Okay, very fun. Light kits are more expensive than the sets themselves. Yeah, was it you saying that, Jake Stop Motion, or John Powell? Somebody was saying that. Somebody was saying how much these light kits are, and that doesn't make sense. Like I don't know how fancy these light kits are, but, and I know I think they come with also basically brick type pieces as well, because you have to connect it to your Lego builds. But if that's the case, then I don't know. I've never installed a light kit to any Lego set. Of course, it would look pretty cool on Rivendell probably, or any larger scale build, but I'll have to look. I took a video of a light kit setup when we were at a Bricks and Minifig store, and it looked pretty. It looked nice. I don't know if it's in the $100 range though. That's pretty bad. I don't think I'd get that. How many Lego sets do you have? Tuxedo Cat asks. Okay, if you're asking me, Tuxedo Cat, I would have to recount, but I would say just in the background here, probably I don't know, probably four modulars, and then the two big sets here, plus Ninjago City, so like 10 large scale sets, and then just a bunch of small ones. I don't know if I'd count all the small battle packs that we've collected over the years with our kids, just like little sets. Jaffe's out. Jaffe, are you out, or are you saying bye to someone else? Let's see. B Bandits greeting everyone, or saying bye to everyone. And let me continue to build here. So it looks like you guys got your own conversation going. But in terms of sets, I would want most. I know the UCS Millennium Falcon is one I've mentioned several times. And now that I'm building this modular, there's always that one tough reality when it comes to Lego collecting. So it's not a disappointing thing, but it is one of those things, you know, if you spend money on a Lego UCS set, the price of it you look at, or I look at it even more closely and go, how many other sets could I get for the price of this one modular? And you know, if it's, or for the price of this one UCS set, and then it's like this UCS Millennium Falcon, for example, could probably equal about 3 modulars depending on the prices of the ones you're getting at, or at least 2 modulars and one other probably fairly good size, like 1,000-piece set or so. So you gotta, I guess, really consider what you're getting yourself into when you buy a modular. I have not bought a modular, or I'm getting the terms confused. I have not bought a UCS set before, and I know others have said you won't be disappointed, like especially with one like the UCS Millennium Falcon. I know the build on that can be quite an intense. There we go. The first section, major part of bag 4, the cool looking window with the blue frame. So I know building the Millennium Falcon can be quite involved because of all the paneling, and you kind of experience that. You kind of get set up for that in building the play scale Millennium Falcons, or even the midi size Millennium Falcon, midi size scale Falcon. And put into place. Now the jazz band's becoming a little more closed off with that window, but now I can see the maybe the fun of adding a light set, because once this is all built, you can't see inside of the room very well, but if it's lit up here, maybe inside, that might make it look pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. B Bandit says 5,000 plus pieces is the biggest set I've ever had. 5,000 pieces. That would definitely measure up to Barrador. I think Barrador's right around that range. Rivendell was over 7,000. But yeah, gosh, like what would be above that? Any of the UCS, the bigger UCS sets, like the Venator, and then the Titanic would be 10,000 pieces, right? I think 10,000. So gosh, yeah, 5,000 piece build. Those are fun. Barrador, Rivendell, we're talking about that range. Super fun. Definitely a great summer build that my son and I worked on together over the summer live streams we did. Can't complain about that summer build with him. And that these 5,000 piece sets, like Barrador, Rivendell, are fun to share. Build up with someone else, because those come up, they're basically divided into 3 main sections, so you can easily divide the build up. You don't have to kind of customize and figure it out on your own. Each construction book is like a standalone build, and then you combine them all together. It's pretty sweet. Brick Together says 39 minifigures in the Avengers Tower. Interesting. Hey, we got a new person watching DNM Breaks. Welcomes. Oh wow, that is some. Is that what kind of alphabet script is that? That is cool. I'll have to get it translate. I'm not sure. 31 minifigs, maybe. Is it 31 minifigs in the Avengers Tower? That is cool. Gris Vic is here. Good to see you. So yeah, lots of fun with these large scale sets, whether it's a UCS set or these modulars, and then thinking about in terms of what kind of sets could you get for the price of a UCS set. And then as I build this modular, man, you guys ever, I'm sure you do, you pick up a Lego piece and they're so smooth sometimes you just end up flicking it out of your hand and then it launches to the floor. I know there's something about that that's really annoying. Other than, of course, dropping something to the floor. But the fun of Lego will not be stopped. The fun of building a Lego set will not be stopped. I really like these blue colored pieces. I haven't seen these in a while. I'm trying to think what else this color blue type of set comes with. Probably maybe some Avengers sets, but it's great for the framing of the Jazz Club here. This is all kind of the outdoor framing to the stairwell and the front window of the Jazz Club. I'll hold it up here in a minute once I get this other part built up. And it looks like there's going to be some decorative accessories going to some of these, because you get those 1x1 pieces with a side stud, or I'm not sure what these pieces are called, like these ones that have the front kind of stud sticking out, but whatever the technical term is. But I'm pretty sure the purpose will be to add something off to the side, maybe another lamp piece or something. But yeah, I like this. I like this framing, this color. It pops, as they say. It pops. So let's see here. The tower next to the Daily Bugle would look sick, says B Bandits. Yes, I could do that. We have the Daily Bugle. I could put the bar door next to the Daily Bugle, but then yeah, the Avengers Tower. So I wonder if that will go. Do you think any of those big MCU, those Marvel sets, will go on sale during Black Friday? It's very unpredictable with that. I was saying in the last live stream, the first modular we ever bought was the Parisian restaurant, and I couldn't believe this was back 2018 or probably 2019 actually. I could not believe how great a deal. I got a modular. It was $75. I think at that time the modulars had not hit the $200 range, which is crazy to think about. But that was just before 2020 when all the crazy stuff happened. But a modular for $75, a very, very well designed, well, they all are well designed, just a very cool looking modular, and $75. So maybe we'll see what happens this Black Friday. I doubt it'll probably be some of the random sets that no one's buying that will have the biggest discounts. Maybe a random Star Wars set as well. I mean, there are some sales going on right now, so we'll see. And we got our printed piece here. This is looking pretty good. This is pretty good. So let's see. I don't even like Marvel, and I would love to have it in a city. It says Brick Together. Are we talking about the Avengers Tower? The Avengers Tower is just a great standalone set. If you could get that set and not get any other Marvel sets, I think that would kind of be a good one and done type of set, because it comes with so many minifigures. I think you get pretty much a complete collection of all the main characters in that set. I mean, I'll have to double check. Maybe they leave out some figure they like, oh, got to get that. But then you could just get that minifigure on its own. But that set, that would be a great set, and of course a fun addition to the Lego collection, and like building a huge Lego city. All right, I'm adding this printed piece to that cool blue framing that's going to now block off the stairwell. So this piece is going to slide in right here. This printed piece, it's going to go right here and connect right there. I'm going to have to do it on the table here, but how fun is that? Oh, there you go. Actually, I was able to slide that in. Cool. It's got all the flat or the smooth plate bricks right there, so it doesn't have to. It's not attached at the bottom, it's attached at the side. So I guess easy removal for something later on, possibly, to build. All right, and then looks like, and then some more blue framing to get it stuck in. Very cool. Wonder why the build is like that, but I think maybe because of having the marquee have a smooth side on either to make the wall all flat and flush like that. So that looks cool that way. Oops, if you can see that. There it is. Nice and smooth there. So all right, bag 4 blending in with bag 3. This is a great build. As they say, I think Little Lego pointed out, once you build your first modular, you're going to want to add more to it. Yeah, Brick Together, $75 for a modular. Of course, this was already 6 years ago now. Before the 2020 thing happened, and then all this crazy pricing and inflation, and Lego even had all the shortage of shipping goods around the world, and Lego was like, I don't know if you guys remember that 2021, those first years of this decade. I remember we had lived overseas, and then we visited the US during the time and went to the Lego store, and it was like you could get maybe whatever they had on hand. No sets were available. A lot of sets had been bought out because people were, hunkered down in their homes, and so Lego was becoming a pretty popular product, even more so with what can you do if you can't leave the house type of thing. So, I mean, that's not a bad diversion to have, is build more Lego, but then it created this crazy shortage for a while, and now everything's kind of been, I don't know, hasn't felt balanced since then. And gone are the days of those great discounts. Like I remember Walmart and other discount stores, man, you could have there were some amazing deals for Lego. The Apocalypseburg, that set, I wish I would have bought. That was like, what did they sell that for? It was like a $200 some odd set, or maybe even close to $300, and then it dropped down to $120 at Walmart, and I didn't buy it. And that's one of those sets. That's one of those regrets of not buying a set that you're like, it looked cool the whole time. I saw a discount several times and did buy it, and then you missed the chance. And I think that set's pretty highly priced on the aftermarket or on Bricklink now. So yeah, $75 for a modular. Let's see here. Oh wow, welcome BSKZ. How do you say this? BSKZrick. I'm probably not saying that right, but hey, welcome. If you are, obviously, if you like Lego, please remember to like and subscribe. I should have pinned a comment like that earlier. So be bandits, or if somebody wants to say that, let me pin a comment. Be sure to like and subscribe. Join the chat. Welcome. Thank you for the 10 likes already. We're building the Lego modular set here, the Jazz Club. This is set to retire at the end of this year. 2,899 pieces, and just started building it. Bags 1 to 3 have been completed, and working on bag 4, but early into this build, and it just looks so fun already. I love the stage for the band there. You got the drum kit in the background, and you got a printed piece already on display. You've got the pizzeria, the wood fire oven footprint there, and you got 3 cool minifigures already, 2 members of the band, and of course the pizzolio, the chef right there. So this is looking very good, and we'll see how the rest of this looks. Then you got my random assortment of a collection here with Lord of the Rings, and then over there Star Wars. So any proud Lego collector would love to have and show off. I'm sure you guys have some good stuff too. Like and subscribe if you like Lego. There we go. Deanna Bricks. Let's do this. Thank you. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Ooh, I love that. The notifications bell. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yes, the violin or bass violin. What would you call it? The one where they, stand up next to it and play the bass line for the Jazz Club. Jake Stop Motion says, like the live, subscribe, building the Lego Jazz Club. Oh, let's do that. So we're gonna have to repin even more a descriptive. Thank you, Jake Stop Motion. Awesome comment. Oh wow, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh my gosh, the thing just scrolled down and now I've lost my place. There it is. All right. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday, by the way. Romy Bricks is here. Can't read the sheet music well anymore, though. Oh, talking about reading music. That is a talent in itself. Let's go. Deanna Bricks, hello. Gavin Pinter, hello. Psh, high fives to all you guys who are here. And got my mods. Thank you for saying and greeting everyone. Has Lego ever done a Christmas story house? Well, that's interesting, Chris Vick. There is the Home Alone set. That's definitely not a traditional Christmas story. They've had a cool gift with purchase. I'm glad I got it. The Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, but that was just a small gift with purchase. They've done they do several of those holiday, they call them holiday, and now I think they call them Christmas now, sets. But maybe you're thinking something more like a log cabin and a Christmas tree look, something like really warm and cozy, like a very nice place to celebrate Christmas in. That's a good question, Chris Vic. Maybe you should design one. So yeah. Jake Stop Motion says, I think I'm behind. Yeah, Jake Stop Motion. I was trying to keep up with the chat, but it's cool. I like the fact that we got a lot of people joining the chat and talking Lego. And if you guys haven't noticed, those that are watching the live stream, we got a lot of good membership of the Lego community here in the live stream. And check out these other guys' channels here. Lots of good creativity, literally stop motion, other Lego channels, other Lego collectors here that live stream as well and do some fun videos. And just fun talking with all you guys. Thank you for joining Bricktherapy23, my channel. Actually, also my son's channel. There we are. We did these sig figs over the summer, the Brick Therapy crew, and then of course our Bricktherapy23 logo. So if you like Lego, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Brick Therapy and join in the chat. No worries, Jake Stop Motion. Thanks for joining. Oh, Sword Kurbo. Let's go, Sword Kurbo. Psh, welcome. Good to see you guys. All right. So building the Lego Jazz Club here, doing a modular set. And if if you're new to Lego in general and you're not sure what to make of all this, I'll just say, if you built Lego as a kid and you haven't done so as a grown-up, it's a whole new level of fun. I guess my kids got to skip the line or skip the experience because, of course, I got into Lego as they were kids, and now they have this huge collection of Lego that they can, build with me and enjoy. And my sons and my daughter have done some really cool modular builds themselves. I keep meaning to bring up a couple of the builds they've done. My two sons worked on a modular of a soccer field, as minifigures playing on it. Stormtrooper minifigures playing on a soccer field. It's kind of fun, kind of silly looking, but the pitch looks cool. And then they've done some miniature builds of like a town, and I think one of the coolest builds, or two of the coolest builds that they've made on their own, they've built a mock of, is a church that was in the town we lived in Spain, and a mock of, from the Lord of the Rings theme, the Argonath, the two statues of the two kings at the river, sticking their hands out. If you've seen that movie, you know the story. So yeah, it's just fun. Sword Kurbo, love it. Psh. Kurbo is, I want to say Kirby. I'm thinking like the game. So yeah, the Beach Trooper and Bag 75 of the Death Star, says D&M Bricks. Oh, is that, you guys are talking about the UCS Death Star. There are some very cool, appealing sections to that build. I know we've talked about it at length, but those sets, those Star Wars sets are really amazing. You know, the hard part, of course, is the prices because of the licensing, and then to just Lego to go all out and do $1,000 set is just crazy to think about. You can get an iPhone, or you can get a Lego set, or you can get, you know, 5 really decent Lego sets, or you can get a UCS Death Star set. But then you look at it closely, and like you guys are talking about, this, the kind of the Easter eggs in that set, the fun characteristics of a set like that. It's definitely a set to check out. I would recommend, if you're near a Lego store, just, I'm sure they'll have it built up for a little while. I don't imagine them wanting to take that set down for at least a couple months. At least I hope not. We saw that the UCS Death Star built up in our October 1st release day video that we did, and it's pretty impressive, I must say. I like seeing the build and checking it out. Oh, let's see. I think I put too many extra pieces on one set here. But yeah, so many things going on with Lego. They are not slowing down with all the things they're releasing. Although it's interesting, November is a slow month. I know you guys have probably paid attention and seen that the aquarium that's coming out, that large scale aquarium, a $470, is it a ideas or creator set, the aquarium? We were trying to think about it a couple of weeks ago. Who would buy that set, right? Who's looking for a large scale Lego built aquarium versus just having a real aquarium? I mean, it's the size of a real life aquarium that you would have in your living room or something. And then I had pointed out, you know, maybe it'd be a perfect set to have in a waiting room in a doctor's office or a dentist's office, and you don't have to take care of any fish or anything. But $470, since you guys brought up the Avengers Tower, it's like, what would you rather get? A large Lego aquarium build or the Avengers Tower? I think most people would choose the Avengers Tower. I'm gonna go out on a limb, so to speak, and assume most people would know what the right choice is for that kind of money. So yeah, just crazy things. Roaming Brick says, I'm in transit, returning from the beach. Oh my goodness. Wow. Roaming Bricks, enjoying the nice weather. Very cool. Gavin says, I'm working late today, but I don't have to work tomorrow. Okay, Gavin, getting in some chat here, the Brick Therapy chat, talking Lego. Love it. D&M Brick says, no work tomorrow. Heck yeah. Smoky Smoke says, what's up, Brick Therapy? I need to grab that set this year. Psh, yes, sir. Get a modular. If it's not the Jazz Club, they have a few out right now before they get retired. I was thinking the History Museum is another one. The Natural History Museum is another one I think a lot of us would enjoy. Sword Kurbo says, what's your favorite Lego set or category of Lego? Yes, it's that Kirby. Nice. Awesome. I would say Ninjago City. If you know the Ninjago theme, the first Ninjago City modular build is my favorite. That set to me is just as much fun, more fun than building this. Just as much fun as building these amazing sets back here. Rivendell would be a close second. And then it kind of gets random from there. I would think Star Wars would be a favorite build, but I don't know. Star Wars, there's just a lot of cool builds. I would say any Millennium Falcon build for Star Wars. So top of the list though, Ninjago City, and then kind of in its own realm, its own category for fun Lego builds might be the architecture. I think it's an architecture set, the Roman Colosseum, the Titanic. I haven't built those, but they just look amazing. And they don't come with minifigs, which is always something I would look for first. Or I think it's an idea set back in the day, again, like a 2018 release, the Voltron set. If you know Voltron, was the old I'm a Gen Xer, so the old kind of early, I guess you'd count that as an anime. Definitely Japanese origin mech robot, but a giant Voltron they did. That was that was like primo elite toy ownership back then. If you could get the Voltron, that's like the equivalent of the ultimate. Transformers are kind of in that realm. Transformers and Voltron, kind of the same time period when it comes to. Oh wait, did I put together something wrong here? But yeah, those that series of those three kind of outliers: the Titanic, the Roman Colosseum. I think that came out in 2019. A lot of good sets before 2020, and yeah, the Titanic, Roman Colosseum, and Voltron. But favorite Ninjago City. Cannot get enough of that set. I've rebuilt it like 3 or 4 times. Just love it. Sword Kurbo says same Ninjago. Psh, let's go. Smoky Smoke says already have the boutique, the history museum next year. Okay, so Smoky Smokes, you have the boutique and you're gonna get. It sounds like you're about to get the history museum. How fun is that? I'm with you on that one. That I keep saying I want to get a UCS set, but the price is so intimidating to get a Star Wars UCS set that I might keep it simple and just go for a modular like the history museum, which is kind of intimidating in itself. Like, man, it's hard to collect too many more sets because they're pushing the $300 range. Sword Kirby says, I have to go, but I'm glad I could keep the building. Those are some good Lego picks. I know Voltron as well. Thank you, Sword Kirby. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Be back. Join our chat another time if you get the chance. Sword Kirby, love having you here. Thank you for joining our live stream. Thank you for the 13 likes, you guys. Keep the likes coming. If you've been listening to the chat and watching and you haven't joined in yet, or you're just listening like it's a fun kind of podcast that you're listening to, and it's, you're giving us a few moments of your time. Really appreciate that. So leave a like if you haven't yet, and just love having you here. Chris Vick says, Lego Beavis and Butthead. Is that a set that they've come up with, or Chris Vick, you're saying you would like that one? Oh, okay, it sounds like that would be a set you'd want. What would that be? A Brickheads? I think they would make perfect Brickheads, to be honest. That would be a fun Brickhead set. You wouldn't have to go too fancy on the build, or a bust like the Captain Rex helmet, that size. A Beavis and Butthead build. How fun. We go from the Natural History Museum to that. Lego can take in so many themes. But yeah, I love when people ask, what's your favorite set? What would be your favorite set of all time? Such fun questions. And it's fun to think about what Lego sets you'd still want. You guys know, I mentioned this too. I just thought of it, or was reminded of it, I should say. I think I would say up until Black Friday, Lego is doing a win your wish list sweepstakes. So if you go on the Lego.com website and you become an insider, which is free, you just need an email, you can create a wish list and enter that into their sweepstakes, and you could win all the sets that you list. I assume it's current sets, because otherwise it'd be crazy if people put retired sets. Although it's crazy already with the sets that are out there. Those could get pretty expensive. Thousands of dollars for sure. But I saw that. I haven't entered it. I don't know why I haven't. Probably because, what are the chances of actually winning? But in any case, what a fun thing to do. Maybe one of us in our Lego community here will win, and then we can give you props, because that would be so fun to see one of our own Lego community win something like that. Lego does fun sweepstakes like that. I don't know what the odds are of winning. It's probably like a lottery ticket, but the other one they do is they've done it a couple years in a row, is win 1 million insider points. So, you know, that's, I want to say that's in the $30,000 range of Lego. So yeah, you could build up quite a collection that way too. Probably more so than Win Your Wish List. Maybe that's what they've changed it to. DNM Brick says, yes, that would be funny to have a Beavis and Butthead one. Smoky Smoke says, already have the boutique history museum next year. That's right. And Cole Nelson is here. Cole is here. Love it. Good to see you, Cole. Welcome. Got so many of you guys. We're talking about a lot of fun ideas for Lego and what we'd add to our collection. And just lots to think about in terms of, as we get closer to Black Friday. There are some decent sales, I guess, going on right now on the Lego website. I don't think anything like on the large scale type of sets. So we'll see. I'm very curious as to what will be offered, you know, at a very special price for a limited time in November. And I think the only set being released, and any new set being released, which is actually nice, kind of like let the Lego fans catch their breath. But I think the only new set coming out is that aquarium set, which is just a crazy set to even see. You know, again, if I get to the Lego store anytime soon, another set worth looking at, seeing built up in the display. But then, you know, a set like that, over almost $500, like, you just got to do the comparison. If you have the money, or you're willing to spend that much on a Lego set, please don't get that one. Get the Avengers Tower or a couple modulars or something. Or gosh, one of the Lord of the Rings sets behind me here. An aquarium though, oh my goodness, I don't know about that. W Dan says Cole Nelson, let's go. Smoky Smoke says, I have work in the morning. We'll catch you if you're on tomorrow or the next time. Thank you, Smoky Smokes. Psh! Yes, sir. Thank you for the 15 likes. Hope you can join again, Smoky Smokes. We will see you. Have a great start to your weekend. Tomorrow's Friday, guys. Tomorrow is Friday. Love having you guys here. So if you're new to the channel, you just joined the chat, or you've been listening for a while and you're just a fan of Lego in general,